starting with India, and not the country, but its main opposition alliance, the Indian National Developmental and Inclusive Alliance, acronamed INDIA, or India. This is an alliance of 28 political parties. The alliance of the national and regional parties came together earlier this year. The aim is to counter Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Bharatiya Janata Party's bid to secure a third term in power. Given the popularity of Prime Minister Modi and his Bharatiya Janata Party, the India Alliance has an uphill task, especially in North, Central and Western India. But going by the development so far, it's not just Prime Minister Modi's popularity. Most of the problems are within the India Alliance itself. Most importantly, the face of India Alliance to put up a serious fight against Prime Minister Modi next year, the alliance needs to have a consensus on the Prime Minister candidate. Not that India Alliance lacks leaders with mass support. The problem is they have too many. Let's take a look at some of the key leaders in the alliance. Number one is Nitish Kumar, the Chief Minister of the eastern state of Bihar, heads the regional Janta Dal United Party. It has massed support base in the state and nearby regions. Kumar is seen as the face of development in one of India's poorest states. His policies are also popular among women voters of the state, with a population of over 130 million. The state sends 40 lawmakers to the lower house of Indian Parliament. Nitish Kumar also has experience in the central government, having served as union minister holding different portfolios.
हमको कुछ नहीं चाहिए, हम शुरू से कहते हैं, हम तो चाहते हैं राज्य के हित में है और जो अपना राज्य करे देश के, और समझिए कि जो बदल रहे हैं ये लोग अभी जिनको पावर में है, पूरा का पूरा इतिहास सब कुछ बदल रहे हैं, तो हम तो चाहते हैं सब एकजुट हो करके, और जो आज़ादी की लड़ाई लड़ी गई उसको कोई भूले नहीं, नई पीढ़ी के लोगों को याद रखे.
Next up is Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of India's eastern state of West Bengal. For much of the last 2 decades, like Nitish Kumar, she has also held important portfolios in the central cabinet. But despite the popularity of her regional Trinamool Congress party in her state, she could not prevent the BJP from making inroads in West Bengal in 2019. The BJP won 18 out of the 42 seats in the state. The third big leader is M.K. Stalin, again a current chief minister. He heads the government of the southern Indian state of Tamil Nadu. His regional DMK party is a close ally of the Indian National Congress. Stalin's party has never challenged the National Party's place in national politics and is an important vote getter, especially in his state. Next up, we have Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. He heads a national party called the Aam Aadmi Party. The party has governments in Delhi and the state of Punjab. While Kejriwal is popular in Delhi, in 2019, his party lost all 7 Lok Sabha seats from New Delhi to the BJP. Kejriwal has been trying to place himself as a principal challenger of the Prime Minister, fighting the 2014 elections from Prime Minister Modi's Lok Sabha constituency, Varanasi. Kejriwal ended up coming a distant second in the race. Apart from these 4, we have other regional leaders like the Shiv Sena's Uddhav Thackeray, NCP's Sharad Pawar, RJD's Lalu Yadav, Samajwadi Party's Akhilesh Yadav, and others. And the final contender is the Indian National Congress. The party sees itself as the main challenger to the BJP at the national level. It had fielded Rahul Gandhi as its face for Prime Minister position twice in 2014 and 2019 and suffered embarrassing defeats both times. Still, Gandhi remains the party's most visible face. However, after his party's poor performance in the state elections held last month, the party's positioning as the leader of India's opposition has taken a big hit. It has given more space to regional parties to push for their own leaders as the Prime Minister candidate. Apart from the Prime Minister's face, the alliance has other challenges. Less than 5 months before the polls, they are yet to decide on a seat-sharing formula, let alone an agreement on a common minimum program for the people. Now that you know the face of the Indian opposition alliance, will they be able to steer their ship towards victory in 2024, or telltale signs of the leaks in the ship are what to expect in the general elections? Let's find out. Aditi Fadnis is a senior journalist and contributing editor, Business Standard. Aditi is joining us live from New Delhi. Aditi, welcome to Race to Power.
Thank you.
When you hear this statement, what goes through your mind? India alliance faces uncertain future as Congress loses bargaining leverage.
I'm a very old person and I've been covering politics for a long time. Very little surprises me now. But we should remember that in 2004, when the Congress was faced with a similar situation, there was no face, there was no leader, the opposition was badly divided and decimated. Sonia Gandhi did emerge as the cementing force in bringing all the parties together. And after that, the Congress did come. After a coalition, the Congress did form a government not once but twice, in 2004 and in 2009. So we have to keep our mind open to what people are thinking, what their complaints are, what their expectations are. I have no doubt at all in my mind that Prime Minister Modi continues to be wildly popular and will probably win the next Lok Sabha election and become Prime Minister again. All the signals are there.
Right.
But we should not expect that the opposition will sit back and twiddle its thumbs and do nothing at all. So I would say give it time.
Give it time. Let's talk more about that, because there are so many people who have mixed opinions about that. And despite the BJP winning the assembly polls, critics also say that the battle in the south and states like Bihar may prove to be tough for the ruling party. The same critics say that if parties like RJD and the JDU remain united under the alliance, they may change the tide. What do you make of that statement?
I am very doubtful if they will change the tide because the BJP's performance in the Lok Sabha election last time was also pretty good in the states that we are talking about, barring the South Indian states. The South Indian states are not enough to tilt the balance against the BJP. So the only choice is for the opposition parties to get together in the heartland states, like Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan, and so on. There, I fear that there will be probably local level alliances, local level arrangements, but the face that we are looking for, I don't see that emerging at all. Not in the least after this assembly debacle.
All right, my final question to you, and please make your response as brief as possible. We've talked about the Prime Minister. Many argue that it is Modi's charm that is working to the advantage of BJP. Do you think even the so-called opposition strongholds will be swayed by this charisma before the next general elections?
It's hard to tell the future, but I think the BJP has reached the pinnacle of its achievement. There is only minor achievements left, and in areas where they they have not reported favorable results, it's very hard to build up the party organization in those areas.
All right, I've been talking to Aditi Fadnis, who's a senior journalist and also contributing editor, Business Standard. Aditi, thank you very much for talking to us today.
Thank you.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.